Temporal recording initiated.
Somebody.
Temporal recording initiated.
Oh. Okay. If it's fixed, that's cool. Alright, so now we got a trick. This trick, I'm gonna try to explain after I do it because it's kind of hard.
Negative. Temporal recording initiated.
Ah, crap. Didn't get enough height.
I heard that. Temporal recording initiated.
Okay, that one was... Holy crap, that one was really good. Okay, so... Elevators have an interesting property in this game. I mean, as you could tell, they launch... Or... They move at a really high speed. But normally you're supposed to get locked to them. So... Essentially what you do with those... Or... I'll explain it after the boss. So I can, like, properly put my thoughts together. Because, I mean, this boss is just stop enemy. Or slow down enemy, hit it a few times. Alright. So, what I did there, I like to call elevator launches. And, as I said before, elevators like to stick you onto their surface. Except for when you end up going off of the elevator once it's, like, still rising. In which case, you'll maintain the momentum from the elevator. That is the best way I can think of explaining it. Adding along with that, if you end up swinging with the scepter while you're in the air, you'll maintain your vertical speed, or your vertical velocity. So you'll just keep going up until you stop your swing animation, allowing you to get a lot of height. So you can just clip straight through the ceiling out of the building and skip the puzzle. Yo, envelope. What is up, dude? There's not too much up here. There's just, as you can see, some speed runs. So you can tell from me not doing anything.
In the meantime, might I suggest engaging the safety so as not to kill any more troops?
It's not even loaded, you moron! Look!
Alright. Now we get to go back to the Ratchet sections. Also, I didn't mention before, the fastest movement currently for me, because I haven't gotten enough zonies for thrusters yet, which I'll be getting fairly shortly. Actually, not fairly shortly, more like 20 minutes. I just barrel roll everywhere, essentially. You barrel roll at a diagonal, which gives you... I mean, you're moving forward and right, so you go diagonal. Now we got Thon 4, which is the only planet that we have no choice but to go to more than once. Because there is a gold bolt right at the start of the level that is trapped inside of an impenetrable sphere right there.
I just landed on Thon 4.
And it requires us to do the Clank section in Great Clock 3. So after I finish this
Golden
sector.
Pass. All right. Maybe someone around here can point me in the right direction. See what else you can find. I'll be in touch.
So if we could find a way to clip into that, we'd be able to skip going through Great Clock 3 one time, because we go through it a second time for a revisit for some stuff, for some gold bolts that we couldn't get the first time. But
Quark, I don't
it would
think
skip
that's
that,
a good
and it would skip us revisiting Torrent 4. Ah, crap. I have to go for a different strat now. So, here's me using a glitch high hyper strike if it will actually input. There we go.
Welcome, outsider. Golden Pass. She's on the other side of the hollow side.
And that was to skip a grind boot section that it just wastes some time to go around. This is just grabbing more bolts because I want to, and wasting time because waiting for this guy.
Salon's outpost in Corthos. The usual rebel stuff. Here we go.
Welcome to the Hollow. So this is the Hollow. We're not staying here for too long, and they want us to fix their stuff, but I don't want to fix their stuff, so I'm just gonna leave. And I successfully skipped the Hollow. Then you avoid killing those enemies because it makes it so those pistons don't go. Here we are just outside of Wolgrim Pass, needing to kill some enemies to open up the pistons. Now, there's something that can happen sometimes here that I've never been able to get. Called fast rails,
I just want to talk to you.
which makes it so Clank or Ratchet moves a lot faster than he should be on the rails. It looks like I didn't get it. There's one runner in particular, Longback's 999, who seems to get it all the time. We have no idea how he gets it, why he gets it.
Can you stop trying to kill me for 2 seconds?
But it is something that other runners have also gotten, so we know that it's not a, we know that he's not cheating or anything. But essentially what I end up doing on these a lot are doing wrench swings as I'm jumping between rails, because it gives me a little bit more momentum sometimes. It thrusts me forward a little bit.
Not bad. It almost borders on talent.
Okay. So now we get the hover boots.
If you're going to stop Nefarious, you're going to have to learn how to outmaneuver it. Used properly, these
Of
hover
course.
boots will give you exactly the edge you need. Now,
Yo, what's up, Venom?
back straight, legs bent slightly at the knee, and engage.
Alright. So, we don't really care about learning how to use these hover boots. I'm pretty well acquainted with them, so I'm just gonna exit.
And now for your final exam.
Thanks for the GL.
On the turn, just shift your weight. The boosters will take care of the rest. Ah! I see you found the accelerator.
Still have to do these. I was a few minutes over estimate. I got like a 328. I have a really bad midday gardens. So we grab the gold bolt there. There's one more down there that we can't grab during this, otherwise it screws things up. It'll force me back into the training area, essentially.
Nice work, Ratchet.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Or it starts the race thing over. So now we can go grab it. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. Like, I felt like most of the run was good. It's just that midday gardens was really bad. Yeah, I noticed Pendle. I'm surprised to see that. Alright, now we've gotten everything here. Yeah, 328's still decent. Honestly, my estimate should have been at 330 anyway. So yeah, now we just get to go back to the ship. Grab this Zoni. And get out of here for now. What the heck? Now we technically actually have the first upgrade for the ship. Because before, it said undefined because it knew I was supposed to be able to get off of the planet at the time. But I only had 2 out of 3 zonies that I needed, so it gave me undefined. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that, Hyrule. I'm typically a very reset-heavy person as well. I like to be able to play through the game, but I also like to be able to feel good about my runs. Alright, so now I get to go to some of these moons, because some of the moons have gold bolts. And the moons can be kind of interesting.
They keep a database of every obsidian eye in the universe.
Oh yeah, I found one once back on Murdergraw. Too bad
Yeah, it's not usually too fun to reset.
Alex won't just let us
So I hit that to stop my momentum.
We may have to be a little
Go over here.
aggressive.
I'm ready.
It's right in this
Be there
building.
as soon as I can.
Now, hopefully... There we go. So what I did there was I actually skipped the animation of retrieving the bolt, but I still got to collect it. Saving some time, you know, not watching the bolt. Oh. Having runs die at game overs always feels bad. Alright. Now this is just a fighting planet. Just run around, kill stuff. You can probably root these. I haven't yet. You can probably root in order to grab or like kill enemies. But I don't actually know how well that would work as of yet. So as of now, I just kind of do this, and I end up within, like, I don't know, 10 seconds of the best egg, most times. I also try to listen quite a bit. You can sometimes hear enemies. Resetting all the time does make you better early game, but then you are indeed out of practice in late game. Okay, got another moon here. Get another bolt. And then go back. And then we got one more moon in this sector, which is the one over there to the left. Now we go here. The RTMP's down from what I've been hearing. Oh, what's going on with it? I mean, either the RTMP's down or it's just like nobody's there. Yep, that too. Alright, so I'm supposed to... Yeah. I'm supposed to have a booster, but I don't really care about that. We're gonna just go and enter the plan anyway. So barrel rolling at specific angles can actually clip you. Like, you can just go into deep space. You'll clip through the invisible barrier, which you can use to just get around triggers. And you'll see me do that 2 more times, I believe. Okay, here's our second purchase. Mr. Zircon. And grab that swing shot from here. And grab the Zoni.
Attention, citizens. Roadblocker Alistair Asimov has been spotted within city limits. Troopers have been mobilized for your protection.
So Mr. Zircon I'm going to be using every once in a while. Or actually I use him quite a bit. Just because it makes a lot of fights a lot quicker. Instead of going all the way over there to get up here, just hyper strike. Now, use Mr. Zircon and some constructor bombs. There we go.
Good luck, Lombax. And thanks again for all your help. Lombax leather. Oh, shut up.
This is for one more Zoni. And this Zoni will be the last one I need to get thrusters. And would be the last one that you get in any percent. Or the last one that you'd generally be worrying about getting. Because the last one that you get is actually in the arena later in the game. You actually get 7 in any percent. Actually, stop him. Yeah, you're not getting any help, Azimuth. But first, we are going to not be able to do this. What the heck? Usually this isn't this finicky. Knock it off, video game. This isn't funny. No, I actually don't. I don't understand why this isn't working right now. Ah, there we go. And land up there. If you wait long enough in this game, you can actually get extra jumps while stuck on objects. You just use that to grab this gold bolt early. Because usually you'd have to have already completed this entire sector to be able to grab that. Now you do it again, because who really cares about helping Azimuth out? I'm in this for me, man. We're entering Pollux Industries on our own. Oh hey, you got here anyway. I'm still not following you. So yeah, you can just clip through the ceiling here by doing some funky ledge grabs. And then you can just clip through the other side here because I didn't texture it all the way up.
That will level the entire city.
Evening, nightlight. Oh. It does kind of look like I'm in Tokyo. I can see that. One thing I haven't noted yet that just can be kind of dumb. Like, it won't, like, affect the gameplay at all, but it's just kind of a funny thing. This game is very weird box physics. Like, the boxes will just jump around sometimes. Like, you'll come up to, like, a stack of boxes, and the boxes will just suddenly fly all over the place for no reason whatsoever. This is actually a boss. And I forgot to keep track of how many times it rotated. I usually count 9 times that it rotates, and then I'll go up there and turn the crank. So right now I'm turning off its mobility. And to do so involves doing some tricky maneuvering, yo. AKA walking in circles. Any donations? I don't know if there's donations going on still. Alright. Now I have to kill myself to actually set up something. Because we actually do a skip here to skip straight to the boss. And if you don't death abuse there, it is actually impossible to set up the trigger to be able to fight the boss. And the game keeps throwing me off the light. And didn't give me the ledge grab. Come on. There we go. Yeah, go up here. Game obviously doesn't want you here. And go over here, and I know suicide is not the answer. It's bad. Yeah, we needed that for this. And now we can actually start the fight, otherwise the fight just doesn't activate. I should get a level up right here. Planned, of course. I think that's the last, like, genuinely planned one, though.
Copy that. See you there.
Leveling up does not restock your weapons, but it restocks your health and shoots out a wave of damage that hits enemies for quite a bit. Alright, so now we got another cutscene.
Our sentries are searching for their vessel's signature as we speak.
Unacceptable! I practically handed those squishies to you on a silver platter. How could you be so utterly incompetent?
I'll leave you two alone.
If Ratchet or the other find the clock, our plans will be ruined. Your body will remain crushed and abandoned on Zorik. Is that what you want? I'm bringing in specialists. Cassiopeia.
Well, hello there.
Karina.
Bonjour.
And Libra.
Hey, how you doing?
Valkyries. Decades ago, your colony was atomized in the Erebus supernova. How would you like to have it back?
That was incredible, sir! Orientation.
Alright,
Just use your helipack, sir.
we get some more ledge grabs going on here in a bit. Some more weird ledge grabs, because Clank has some weird properties with them as well.
Already done yesterday.
I'll be using them to skip a couple fight
Already
rooms.
today, what you didn't put off yesterday. Nope, that wasn't it.
And the first one is right here.
Yeah, well, it was something about doing stuff and when it should be
Just ledge grab the wall, and you clip through the wall.
Why am I not affected by all
Temporal recording.
Because reasons.
Quantum actuator at work.
Temporal
It provides
recording.
temporal immunity for those of us who protect time.
Temporal recording initiated.
I mean, yeah, it is. I like his lines, though. He has some good lines.
Take a seat, sir. Orientation.
Also, the soap opera parts are quality.
Dun, dun.
Cutscenes we don't need to see.
I told you.
Navigate some more
Now, come on.
learning.
It's time for another lesson.
And that.
Hello, excuse.
Gilbert Gottfried?
What am I learning this time? The clock's primary function is to maintain temporal...
The flapping is very out of place, but you move faster.
You must act to repair it. Really beautiful, isn't it? As you can see, it has fallen prey to temporal rifts. As caretaker, it's up to you to fix it. Go ahead, give it a try. Fix the rifts by focusing your chronoceptor beam on each anomaly.
So welcome to RNG.
You're doing quite well.
Because that's what these are.
Temporal
These
rhythm
are
in
RNG.
3, 2, 1.
They're kind of enjoyable, though. As soon as they start throwing in all of the things. Also, yeah, these like mnemonic station sections. My PS3 does not like them.
Temporal rhythm impact.
So every once in a while, they'll like seize up for a second. And it spooks me every time. But I generally believe that nothing is going to happen anymore.
Warning. Wait before detected.
God.
Warning. Temporal
Bad
rhythm
RNG.
found in 3, 2.
Excellent work, dear boy. Now come. There's one more thing I want to show you.
This cannon is very cool. I like to call it the high-pitch cannon.
When they fire at you, just swing your chronoceptor. Give them a taste of their own.
You can tell that it's high-pitched because that one's very different.
Reversal is also handy for
It also
when
makes my audio
anything your
crackly.
enemies throw at you. I
Oh my god.
These figments from your subconscious. All right, figments, snap to it. You're a natural. Wonderful, wonderful. It very much reminds me of a sport I read about once called baseball. I am
Are we done with that?
very proud of you.
So you get to move on and do more puzzles and stuff.
Are you ready to repair time?
I love puzzles and stuff.
What is the chamber? Ah, the Orbis chamber. That's the main control hub of the entire facility. This is one of our planets. Your first task as senior caretaker is to repair the damage caused by Thon.
Wow, I'm actually surprised I got that.
Quantum restoration initiated. Temporal rhythm impact in 3, 2, 1. Temporal rhythm impact in 3, 2.
Good first wave.
Nicely done.
Temporal rhythm impact in 3, 2.
What the heck?
You're getting pretty good at this, sir.
Warning. Rift feature detected.
That was actually a really good planet.
Temporal normality
Got some
restored
pretty
to
good RNG there.
That was amazing, sir.
get to abuse some more ledge grabs here.
Temporal recording initiated. Temporal recording initiated. Temporal recording initiated.
Sometimes some of the stupidest things can happen when you do the time puzzles. Every once in a while, you'll end up having one of your past selves do one of those. Do like an interesting trick like that with like a ledge grab. And the game will do the thing that it does sometimes, which is throws you out immediately. And it will cause the recording of yourself to go off even though like it did exactly what you did, and it will just fail you because of it. It'll just say a recorded entity has failed and force you to redo it. Which can be a really dumb time loss. Because you have no real control over that.
Inbound in 3, 2, 1. Temporal rhythm inbound in 3, 2, 1. Temporal rhythm impact in 3, 2, 1. Warning, drift keeper detected. Temporal normality restored to planet 4.
So yeah, a lot of this is just like optimizing arm flaps, a lot of making sure fights go correctly, making sure the game doesn't screw you over for no reason, at least in these sections. This one in particular, actually, because I believe this is the only place that I end up doing, or there's one more planet puzzle that I do a bit later. Okay, here's another wall clip.
Temporal recording initiated.
I would be really curious to see a task.
Temporal recording initiated.
Like, I think that would be really cool.
Temporal recording initiated. Rift repaired on engineering deck 13. Lockdown terminated. Temporal recording initiated.
There's some, like, weird stuff that I've found in this game. A lot of, like, useless ledge clips and stuff that look kind of cool, but, as I said, are useless.
Clock welders dispatched to prime. Doors open, sir. All personnel, please stand clear.
Like, a lot of out of bounds in the Great Clock. I found quite a few that just don't amount to anything. Yeah. I mean, we finally kind of have PS2 task tools.
Time anomalies detected on planet Terracnos. Quantum restoration initiated. Temporal ribbon inbound in
Last bit of RNG.
1.
Well, RNG planets, I mean.
Temporal ribbon impact in 3, 2, 1. Temporal ribbon inbound in 3, 2, 1. Warning, break speaker detected. Temporal normality.
It would be.
It would not hurt to say please once in a while.
Alright, we're done with the Clank section. So now we get another cutscene. Ooh.
Accessing archives.
Hello, Sigmund. Just wanted to let you know I will be traveling to the Tombly outpost on Xanathar and will not.
This one's really short though.
A fellow scientist has requested an audience with me, and etiquette dictates I comply.
Don't go, sir.
Mind the clock while I'm gone. Wind the time cleaners and Sigmund, let's just keep this our little secret. As the kids say, BRB.
Please don't go.
End recording.
It's dangerous.
Now back to our regularly scheduled program,
Come in. You got hostile ships.
where we got a ship fight.
I see 'em. The Valkyries, expert pilots away from the
This is one of the Valkyries from
droid belt. You just can't
the cutscene earlier. If I'm lucky, I'll either get a double damage or a rapid fire power up.
you and me alone, Max. Show me what you got. Valkyrie, move in. Take her out.
Copy that. All right, ladies, you heard the captain.
That's double damage. Excuse me. That's why you want double damage. Because it just mows her health down.
Captain is down. I repeat, Captain is down. All units, pull back to ORF miner.
Lumos, which is the next planet, is where, in my opinion, the run, like, the level routing starts to get a lot more interesting. This is where we start to not do, like, anything related to a planet. Like, it's just sequence breaking pretty much the entire thing. So first things first. This game has a cutscene that actually bleeds into this crevice of the cave. Usually you'd have to go all the way forward through the cave, but you can just activate the cutscene from there,
Follow me.
allowing you to skip the entire cave section. And now we need to grab some gold bolts and some Zoni. Because I need to get 12 Zoni by the end of this sector. Okay. That one can be a pain sometimes. There's also gold bolts over here. I mean, I can imagine triggers can be hard. Oh, we shouldn't have hit square there. Now we got one last gold bolt to grab here. We got a death abuse. Now I need to grab one more Zoni here, which is right down here. Once again, death abusing skips the cutscene for getting enemy, or for getting objects, so use that to skip the short cutscene. And now we skip the entire planet. There is a rock up on the ceiling here. If I hit right there, I can just ledge grab through the ceiling. That is not good. Good job, video game. You succeeded in stopping me. You know, I was happy that I got that first try, because I have difficulties with this trick. There we go. Got it again. So there. That time it went a bit more as planned. I really like when I get a first try. And that properly set a trigger to get Azimuth here. I need Azimuth here so that I can activate the cutscene in this room. And the cutscene in this room continues the plot. I actually remember what really happens in the cutscene. But I'm not done here just yet. I have some gold bolts to get and an object to get. As you saw, Azimuth already left the planet. And there's nobody here. And I got somebody talking to me. For some reason. And Azimuth is still here, apparently.
Yes, of course. Naturally, I can't take you there myself. Far too treacherous for me. But here is something to help you through the caves.
And suddenly, an object out of nowhere. Suddenly, the Bullard's there.
Looks like the only way out is in. Give that Omni Soaker a try?
I'm sorry, I mean, what plot? These video games have plot? Alright, so that's a gadget called the Omni Soaker. The Omni Soaker is used for a few things. Usually related to putting some type of liquid on objects. Either nectar, oil, or water. And what I need to do is grab the last couple of bolts by using it. That's fine. I can just go back here. And now I'm done with the planet. It's done pretty much entirely out of order. I started with the second part of the, or I technically started with the first. Went to the second, went back to the first, went to the third, went to the second, went to the first, and left. Like a normal human being.
Ratchet, come in. Are you out there?
I read you, Quark. How are things with the Agorians?
It's actually only one moon in this sector that has a gold bolt, and that is this one.
You were a thrill-seeking warrior with a thirst for battle?
I was trying to make friends. Listen, I'm in a lot of trouble. They've entered me into the tournament. You gotta get me out of here.
All right, I'll be there as soon as I can. Just find some place to hide.
Speaking of tournament,
Message received.
who's ready for 16 minutes of tournament battles? Because I sure am. Is this an anime? Sure. Might as well be.
We've got a new challenger. Wait.
So yeah, you're going to see a bunch of this. The biggest thing that's going to be happening is I'm going to be trying to get the Constructor Bomb up to V5 by the end of this, and I got some menuing coming up. Not by the end of this fight, but by the end of this, of the Bronze tournament. I want it at V5. Because it makes it really easy to one-cycle the boss at the end of it. Ah, true. It is only 16 minutes and not 8 episodes. There will be some, like, kind of interesting different battles in this, but, you know, a lot of it's along the lines of kill a bunch of things. Something I always noticed and didn't really like in Ratchet and Clank games is when you are in the arenas, you actually gain less experience for your weapons. Did I say ammo? I meant experience. I feel like I said ammo. It just makes it kind of annoying. Otherwise you get to be able to farm weapons like really easily. Okay, I felt like I said ammo for some reason. Alright, this one's kind of different. Yeah, I was probably thinking about ammo, because I was kind of low on it. We'll wait for him to throw another. So I can just grab it now. He's on one of these guys. The shields on these guys can be, like, very irritating. The explosives will generally, like, all together not explode as soon as they hit the shield. And this is what I'm menuing for, actually. I'm going to be putting on this Constructo mod that I just received. Putting it onto my bomb. Because it's shrapnel. The shrapnel mod is extremely overpowered. Oh, cool. How am I managing this? They're all just shooting each other. I'm getting really lucky with the enemies. But that's part of why I do this battle as, like, the way that I am. If you stay along the sides like this, it makes it a bit easier. Yeah, it doesn't gain, like, anything. I'll probably just be using it for the last thing. Just to try to ensure that it gets to level 5. Here we go. It's not capped at the moment. It can level up, it's just upgrading really slowly. It's because of the arena. There we go. Alright, and that makes this a lot better. So that was a boss fight. Mr. Zircon is like very overpowered in places like the Battleplex because there's a lot of weak enemies, which is probably part of why I wasn't getting so much XP. Because Mr. Zircon just kills everything and then takes some of the XP. This challenge is very boring, actually. Yeah. Really, though. He is Mr. OP. They're falling out of sync in a way that's kind of not good. Okay. Good. This is one of my least favorite challenges out of all this. I don't actually like using the negotiator like at all. It's got a lot of power, but its blast radius is very small, making it kind of useless in a run where you're wanting to do a lot of damage to a lot of things at once. Its range is good, though. It's got good range. I can at least give it that. I don't have much more of this left. So we'll be able to get back to our regularly scheduled program soon. Alright, Knight. Enjoy the burger. So, another boss fight here. shouldn't kill me. I didn't want to jump during those because, I mean, trying to pull off the batteries as soon as I could was, of course, faster. It's a lot. Shoot. I didn't want to enter that battle. I want to enter this one. Here, let me. I also do love the PS2 games, but I don't think I'd ever actually speedrun the PS2 games. I like the PS3 ones for speedruns, though. There we go. And now we are all done with the arena challenges. Also, I've been, on the way here and back, I've been avoiding the center because there was a cutscene in the center of that room. It will start up. So it's just like, go around the outside and you'll dodge it. I get the ledge grab? Nah. Yes! I did get the ledge grab. That was more armor for my ship. That is essentially useless. But I just need to get 2 more Zoni and then I'm done collecting those. And those will both come pretty fast on the next planet, which is Xanathar. We're supposed to have the tether by now, which is what I'm entering here to partially get Zoni to get. So we're just not gonna worry about needing the tether already. We're just gonna kinda go. This level also is very weirdly sequence braked. Sequence broken. I don't know a good phrasing for it.
Don't worry.
Anyway, as you'd expect, you start out by going backwards and to the left instead of, you know, forward in a normal direction. I don't know why that ledge grab didn't work there. What the heck? That was silly. Nice. Broken sequentially. It may be Venom. And this is the only gold bolt that I need here. So now I can just go back. Now, the building up here with the zoning next to it that you'll see as we get closer. This is actually the building that I need to access. But currently, because I have sequence broken the level, what the heck? The wrench, like, bounced off of the zoni. Because I sequence broke the level, the button that's inside of here that I need to activate does not actually do anything. So I need to activate a few triggers to make it so that it works. Boo.
You scared me.
So one of the triggers is going up to that gate. There's one more trigger as well. That last trigger is right on the other side of this wall of Volton Ivy. Which, of course, we just passed through by, you know, going around it. And now we can properly enter the building. Well, as properly as clipping through the floor is.
That must be the time portal.
Now doing that allows us to go through this time portal to the past.
You enjoy working for Dr. Nefarious.
Hey, are you here to help build up? Praise Nefarious! Now, what can I do for you this fine day? I was planting some vines when suddenly I felt the urge to stop and help our visitor build his new home. Have you met
For some reason,
Dr.
boxes
Nefarious
break.
yet? He's great and wonderful.
Tell me about
To help. I know
stuff.
more about horticulture than any fungoid on Xanathar. First, you need to scoop up a seed. Then, find a nice patch of soil. Then you just plant it, nice and deep. In a few years, you'll have a nice, healthy vine. Now, there are 2 more planters around here, if you want to give it a try.
Great. So I need to actually plant the vines so that I can activate more triggers.
Haven't started growing yet.
Dr. Nefarious is
That is the only reason to activate more triggers. Yeah, that was bad. I jumped too early. This jump is kind of finicky. Very precise timing and such. So failing it can happen quite a few times. There we go. Now you get to see boxes.
containment generator disabled.
Those boxes consistently fly up in the air like that, actually. Nice and deep.
I can't wait to see my wife. Thanks for all your help, stranger. Well, now that our friends are free, we can shut down the outpost and restore the village.
So, pretty much the main reason I needed to do all that was actually to get oil and not to do any actual sequence. You can get over to Nefarious's place over there, but it's actually useless because the boss trigger isn't actually there. Or not the boss trigger, there isn't a boss here. Spoilers. The cutscene. The cutscene doesn't activate if you just get over here. Ah, crap. Wasted a bomb. What? What'd I just get hit by? I thought that was dead. Heck. That's pretty much the only place that you'll see me use the negotiator. Because after this place, I'll be getting a new weapon. Because I need to save my buddy Azimuth that you've heard so much about. This area that I'm going to, in my opinion, is one of the most interesting looking areas. Or at least, like, it's up there. Like, in terms of glitches, it's very interesting. It's nice that they put his ship just on a docking bay there. Okay. So I need this, the buzz blades.
If you find yourself overwhelmed,
Max life form detected in Sector 7 hangar.
And now we do like nothing here.
Converge and destroy.
Just kind of avoid everything. So I'm pretty much just going through out of bounds to places that are solid to try to reach this gravity ramp right here for a glitch that I haven't actually gotten to show off. Come on. How far did I go? Nah, actually, that was pretty much what was supposed to happen. So, hyper strikes in this game when going against a gravity ramp. Hyper strikes give you a lot of speed in this game.
Ratchet.
And the gravity ramps can get very confused about your speed. Up to the point that, at like certain certain areas, like here, like corners, you'll end up being able to get more speed than you're supposed to. And you'll be able to get enough speed to actually be able to clip through the wall. And continuing with that, it gives you enough momentum to keep flying through the air, like, really fast. I'll try to, you have to get them just right, though, so that you end up clipping through everything, though, because sometimes you'll only clip through the ramp.
Containment generator beta deactivated.
Reinforcements will be here any minute. You have to go.
Usually what people end up doing for them are double jumps. Oops. They'll do double jump hyper strikes, but I do some side flip ones sometimes, or quite a bit actually. partly because they look swag as heck. And the other reason is because I feel like I can set them up better. But the double jump ones are a bit more controlled. You tend to go a bit more up than sideways with those. So now our job is to leave Azimuth behind. So we're gonna do that. Seriously. Let me go. Fine. Come on, Azimuth. We're going. Let's go up. I was going to leave you behind because I could, but I guess you're coming with me. That means I don't have to death abuse, though, so that's cool. He's already here.
Looks like they locked down the Hangar Bay forts. Cover me while I hack the terminal.
I was gonna do a funny thing where I left Azimuth behind, death abuse, and then he was suddenly there. And he ruined my fun.
Opening Hangar Bay doors now.
I have to destroy all these enemies before I'm allowed to leave. No fun allowed. I actually managed to skip a cutscene there by going fast enough to my ship. It was like fading in as I was going. It was playing the audio of it during there, actually. So now, I get to wait for a moment. You get to wait for a couple minutes so that... Or not even a couple minutes, just 20 seconds. So that I can get a... so I can get a new sector unlocked. Because I have to wait for him to finish saying this.
Well, it's not much, but it's our only lead. Upload them to my ship and I'll meet you there. Ratchet out.
Now, I mentioned a revisit before. This is the revisit. Oh, I still have some of that left. That soda's probably flat. So before I said that there was a bolt that I couldn't grab because it was trapped in a force field. Because I did Great Clock 3, which had the planet thing, like the planet minigames, I ended up fixing all the time anomalies here, which the time anomaly was covering that gold bolt. So now since I fixed the time anomaly, I was able to grab that gold bolt. Now you get to go back to Phylax. might be wondering why I'm going to Thylax instead of going to the new sector. Hey, Dad. Well, the reason why I came back is because I need to grab the gold bolts that I totally forgot. Good meme. I've forgotten what my son looks like. Actually, this is for setup for a glitch coming up. There's a trick that's done in any percent several times that is actually used to skip the Clank sections in the game. And essentially what I'm going to be doing is replacing the Great Clock section with Planet Quantos. By making the game think that I'm going to a new sector, even though I'm just going to Planet Quantos. Okay, so now I need to go right up to Quantos so I can perform the skip. I need to press triangle and select in very quick succession so that the game is already going into Quantos. Then I select Bernilius and I mash the circle button to skip the cutscene. Now the game will play the cutscene for this part of Great Clock. Because it believes that I'm going to the next sector.
So, what is next up?
It already shows gameplay and everything, but, wait, you're already going to Quantos. And I actually did leave a gold bolt here, which is right next to the ship, actually. The reason why I left it is because it's faster to grab it once you have the hover boots, just because movement speed is faster with hover boots. This is all I'm actually doing here. But the game does think I'm in Great Clock right now. Technically. It's just replaced it with a different planet. And this can only be done with some of the planets in the game. It can't be done with every single one. I think it's just that one and Planet Morclon, which is like late game. So now I can actually go to Bernilius. And we play the cutscene. Once again.
Here it is. Your father went to great lengths to protect this room from those who would abuse it.
Control terminal activated.
He loved you very much, you know. He was always XJ0461 this and XJ0461 Dad. I'm supposed to play this for you. Sort of an orientation message.
Hello, XJ0461. Or should I say, Clank? Here, in this very chamber, I watched over time. And now that you understand the power of the clock, I must ask that you protect it at all costs. For even the slightest misuse of its power can rip the very fabric of existence. The clock, much like time itself, is a gift and not to be tampered with. But like any father, my only wish is that my... I'm sorry. Were you...
Oh shit! No, sorry.
I've got you now. Take this, and now the haymaker. Victory in your face.
This is a PG stream.
What is it?
You are correct, sir. Clank led us straight to the Orbis chamber.
Splendid! Notify the Valkyries. It's time for unnecessarily evil initiative Omega 91.
Right away, sir.
I didn't send for a massage. Go away.
Cut me a break, pal.
Hey there.
I accidentally grabbed my PS1 controller that I was using for Spyro and tried to skip like a shorter, like the ship cutscene. It's like, oh shoot, this isn't it, right? God. Okay. So this is right up here.
Aphelion, give me a status
This is one of the hardest planets, I would say, in the run.
The signal has weakened by 72.3%.
That means Clank's in trouble. Hold on, pal. I'm coming.
The way this planet is routed is essentially backwards. Yes, Jazz, it is made of diamond. So I need to get way back over there. So what better way than to just... Yeah, the loading time also makes me kind of sad. I just... You know... do what any normal person does and fall to their doom. I screwed up. Oopsies. As I said, this is one of the hardest planets. One of the most difficult. Now, what I want to do is try to avoid all of the autosave triggers. Because the game autosaves whenever there's one of the planet icons. If I can skip all the autosave triggers, I can just death abuse after I grab this bolt, and I can go back to the beginning of the level. Okay. Yeah, PS3 loading times are not good.
Clank's distress call terminates somewhere inside.
Okay, so now I got that bolt, which is the hard part of the planet. The rest of it's just doing that. Has it been that long, Zelnos? Ah, poo-poo. What the heck? I pressed a button to get it to work, but it no do what it do. I get kind of tired of hearing Azimuth say that over and over again. Oh, damn. Darn. My... I'm sorry. I've been kind of slacking on the keeping it clean game. I've really been meaning to. Okay. I'm trying to tone it down. Yes, I said smiley face. Alright. That was Wikipedia. Yeah, actually, that planet there is where you get Clank. But I just kind of ignored it. I decided not to get Clank. Or, decided is not the word. It's slow getting Clank. Saving Clank. Who needs to save your best friend? Really? When you could go fast. You can high jump with him. And you get the ability to throw time bombs. Can you beat the game without Clank glitchless? I don't think so. There are glitches in this game. Yeah. I actually forgot about the long jump. I actually avoided a trigger there. Once again, avoiding the cutscene for grabbing the bolt by death abusing. Yeah, you can actually like go out of bounds in the you can go out of bounds in the space sectors, Zelnas. Which I'll be doing one right here. Which is just barrel rolling at not even a really precise angle. And just going forward through there. Yes, you gain the rack abilities you're used to. What game should you play? Honestly, from a casual perspective, I do recommend this one. Other than that, I personally like 3 a lot casually. Alright, this is a really hard jump right here. Music got funky there. First try, nice. I like to call that Icy Peak jump, but that's because it's highly relatable to one of the levels in Spyro Year of the Dragon for me, and since I mostly play Spyro Year of the Dragon, I just related to that level a lot. Or to that game.
The nefarious space station.
All right, I have to ask.
Here we are.
Ratchet and Clank 1 is good as a speed run. I mean, Deadlocked is fun when you got friends.
I smell something.
The game's kind of boring though.
Definitely not drama.
Hey, look on the bright side. At least we're not being squished to death by the pistons.
Okay, so I'm gonna damage abuse here.
Cover me. I'm about to do something impressive. Muscles aching, arms burning, calves looking good.
One more.
Blockage detected in trench compactor 714. Shutting down.
That is the face of beauty right there.
Ratchet, did you hear that? I did it! Ha-ha! Technology! I just made you my... That one was a little too close. The maintenance sector is crawling with the various...
Alright, so I did that to get the abuse off of this guy. And that actually manages to get rid of, it manages to get rid of one of the force fields that's in a little bit. Also, that ledge grab is annoying. So getting that fast is incredible. Another ledge grab right there. Holy crap, this nefarious station was like perfect. Like, this is not an easy segment. And then you can activate through this just by jumping and pressing triangle. It did not do a very good job at stopping that.
Yes, sir. How may I be of assistance? Time for phase 3.
Nah, I'm out of, like, the scary section.
You gain access to the Hypernova defense list.
Got it. How do I do that?
Not 100% of that.
But yeah, Trilogy should be good.
Just remember,
Should be good to get.
avert your eyes from the exalted one. Nothing to see here.
I can deal with these enemies pretty easily now. Just do this. Yeah, that was insane, Rabbit. That never happens.
Nefarious! You didn't have to come all the way over here. The
Like, this is actually a really hard split as well.
See, would you like to test it out?
Oops.
Yes, sir. Have you decided to try out our hyper-nova
I'm
defense
dumb.
laser?
Yes.
The defense laser is primed and ready, sir. And this way will be at the great top of your time. Excellent, sir. An excellent shot. Excellent shooting, sir. The landing platform is clear. Where are you, Lawrence?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How may I be of assistance? Oh,
I don't remember if they remap.
Scram, you morons!
Main key to use that
Yeah, those selects were not working. Honestly, I mean, like, I didn't mind Tools of Destruction. And Tools of Destruction as a speed run is really cool. You just kind of fly everywhere in that game. It has some long auto-scrollers in it, though. That, like, really ruin the pacing.
What gives? You know, oftentimes when I say this, it results in catastrophe, but what the hey? Mission accomplished.
Tools of Destruction? Yeah. Like, I think Tools of Destruction is good. Like, I enjoyed it as a casual game. Game is actually broken, though.
Sure not Dr. Nefarious. Nefarious, you can't use the clock. Nothing you could want is worth risking the universe.
Oh, but there is. And I have you three to thank for it. Initiate Super Wave
Yep.
Flashback Effect.
This is where I suddenly get Clank.
Thanks to you and your dim-witted friend here, I found myself drifting through the cosmos. Have you
Yeah, the stages were okay, I suppose.
It's surprisingly boring. Nothing for a villain to do but dwell on his failure.
Yeah,
One day,
he's got Paper Mario syndrome. He's got unskippable cutscenes everywhere.
failure burned inside my circuitry. How could I have been defeated by the
Unless...
of you?
Oh, yeah. And
The universe
that's not Paper Mario syndrome. Where things appear where Liam assumes you have it, yes.
embarked on a crusade
Yes, that also happens.
to the inner recesses of what you call the soul. I studied fungoid meditation, attended anger management class, dabbled in yoga, attended more anger management class, until finally I went on a spirit walk on planet Quantos. It was here I finally found what I had been missing, the great clock! The clock under my control, I'll be able to wrong all the rights in the universe. Every villain who has ever stumbled will get a do-over. Every protagonist's triumph will be reversed. Until finally, a new present is created, in which the heroes always lose! Gods!
Hang on, cadets!
I had it installed in the event I ever needed a super ironic death scenario.
Nefarious, you're making a mistake.
It's got good cutscenes. Like, I like the cutscenes in this game, so I'm not complaining.
Nemesis?
You're just a lonely man, boarding a lonely train on its way to Lonely Town.
So help me, it's true. All aboard for Lonely Town. Choo
Choo,
choo.
Gems. Choo, choo.
Ratchet, we do not have a lot of time. Destroying the Armada
So yeah,
will not keep
suddenly,
us away
Clank.
from the clock for long.
Chief Zahn Gribnak with
He's incredibly useless, but I have him.
defend us against Argos. Guess you can't change the past.
Attention, miserable creatures.
I always like the soap opera sections.
We are here to assist.
Talking lunchbox. Alright, well, I'm doing some leveling here. This is actually a very good place to level this weapon up. This is essentially farming the level. Alright. Yeah, this is like a fantastic level for farming. The XP increase is insane. Oh, it's already at V4. Holy heck. Yeah, Tools of Destruction abuses the whip heavily.
Ratchet, those Hydra tanks.
Also, yeah, whip jumping and Ouya. Come on. Got it stuck in a dancing animation. Alright, so now since we destroyed the hydro tanks, it is time to do vines. More seed planting. All for One is not a good game, Ragey. I actually haven't played it. I just, from everything I've heard, it's not a good game.
What were the chances?
I just jumped on that spike. Alright, so V4 was what I wanted for the Buzz Blades here. Because V4 makes things trivial. And it allows me to skip a phase in the Nefarious fight that's coming up shortly. I like how he, like, comes out of the floor. Like, you can see, like, right when the cutscene starts, that he was totally phasing through the ground. And he just popped up.
If you find any battery bots, just toss them into these charging stations.
Alright, and gold bolt for this place is right up here. Why'd you turn me backwards, video game? I was holding forwards the whole time. So I'm confused.
We've got full power. All right, she's up.
Okay.
I get to leave.
Thruster, warp drive.
Perhaps we should read the instruction manual.
See? Nothing to it. And now the booster.
That is the radio.
Oh, hold on, I'll just... Oof. No, that knob wasn't supposed to pop off, was it?
Why do I even bother?
Yes. I mean, you told them to salvage the ship years ago. As, like, thanks for saving their city, or their village. City? Obviously a city. So, apparently, on the PAL version of this game, this elevator moves significantly slower. Like, 18 seconds slower. Which makes sense because it actually moves stupidly fast in NTSC.
Before it leaves for the Great Clock.
Now we just get to skip straight to Nefarious. So, Nefarious's trigger is like back behind me a little ways up to the left over there. And I need to get enough height to be able to reach it. So, just get on UFO and glide right over.
I've been waiting a long time for this. Lawrence, fall back to the outer
I meant to throw that earlier, actually.
Lawrence! Initiate hypernova defense laser!
Any moving platform with the plasma striker? Zircon just kind of teleports up to me.
This is too easy.
You said it.
Blasted Robotron! So, that's how you want to play it. It'll take more than
Ah. Oh.
that one's for Cassiopeia.
I had like one more hit left, I swear.
Lawrence!
Nah, not even.
Eyes, Ratchet and Clank! Sad, really? You came all this way just Lawrence! Increase output to maximum annihilation!
Not the best RNG.
Do something, Lawrence!
Yes, sir. Activating autopilot.
Autopilot engaged.
You think this is funny, don't you? So, that's how you want to play it. Insert switching.
Disengage autopilot. Please reboot system and try again.
Nefarious! How do I disengage the autopilot? Oh, come on! Snap out of it! Okay, no need to panic. We just need to find Lawrence before he takes the escape pod.
20 seconds until impact.
Clank, it's been one heck of a ride.
Ratchet, come on! You're gonna have to jump!
10 seconds until impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, I can't talk you out of this, can I?
Ratchet, we have been on many adventures, but the clock needs someone to protect it. It is what I was built for.
Wait. So that's it?
Good,
What about
Jazz.
the Lombaxes?
They're not in danger. They've just moved on. And we'll find them. But the past stays where it is. Come on, pal. I'll walk you in. You were never a sidekick. You do know that, right?
I always thought that you were the sidekick.
Where are you going? This is your responsibility. You can't just walk away. The Lumbaxes need us. Don't walk away from me. I said stop!
It does come out of nowhere. That is quite true. The heel turn was pretty dumb, yeah.
It's all his fault. He left me no choice.
He's headed for the orbit chamber. Sir, you have to stop.
Stay out of my way, Clank. I don't want to kill you.
I mean, he was always kind of a dick.
Miserable, heartless Saurus.
Yeah. You fucking Crash Bandicoot died. Aw, man.
But the great and powerful Sony bend their first.
Let's go.
General, what are you doing?
Correcting a mistake. The Lumbaxes are coming home. With or without your help. Try this.
Ratchet, look out.
Whoa.
General, you have to stop this. You can't.
I'm sorry.
Never could let go of consequence, could you? I can't let you get in the way.
Ratchet,
Yeah, it does kind of feel that way. Alright, well, we're not doing the fight yet. So death abusing just outside of the boss ends up putting the both teleporters back here. So now I get to go back and collect everything that I haven't gotten to yet. Which is Corvus section. Yeah, it's really convenient. Gives you a time rift. What? What the heck? That's weird. This game is very messy. Gotta turn on Deep Space Jams. Actually. There you go. Yeah, you can just death abuse right outside of the final boss on this. This game has a wrong warp at the start, actually. It's a very slight one.
Oh, yeah. Now,
It doesn't move you too far.
block of jams on the way. But first, we gotta pay a few bills. Deep Space Jams will be right back.
On the backwater planet of Veldon, little Timmy O'Shea was just the new boy in school.
Aw, none of the kids at school talk to me.
Corvus Beta is actually one of the longest moons in the game. It actually has a lot of skips, if possible.
While expressing his rebellious angst via interpretive dance, Timmy stumbled upon an unlikely companion.
Whoa, a war cry. And you're friendly. I'm gonna take you home, Wargrock.
This Christmas, Vox Hollow Films presents a
Vox.
Story of Salvation.
He's my friend, Pa. I won't abandon him, not ever.
A story of friendship.
Let's see if I can get this skip. Oh, damn. So close. I got really, really close to that.
Story of sacrifice.
It's not too big of a deal. I can still just do this. Okay, one more. One more of those sections that I can actually skip if I end up getting it.
Tinseltown is fuming this morning over the release of a photo recording stolen from the set of My Blaster Runs Hot.
Crap.
Action star and former superhero Copernicus Clark in a somewhat...
No! I have to do this all over again. Also, note the fact that I totally did just ledge grab through a platform. Fine. I'll kill everything. Make my job easier. So, the gold bolt. I actually went this way because I was curious if it was faster this way. I don't think it was. The gold bolt's down here. Oh. Almost bad.
Now that was smooth.
Yeah, I really like Deep Space Jams in this. It's got some really good, some really chill tunes. There's 2 of Mario's voice actors, huh? I wouldn't have actually known. So now we get to revisit Great Clock and do some of the wonderful extra things that have been put forth for us. I am not running Pt.2. That is being run by a guy by the name of Bethan. Orvis and Mr. Zircon. Huh. We're all baiting Kaidos at this point. I understand now. Yeah, we've all been running baiting Kaidos during this marathon.
Time anomalies detected on planet Jacindu. Temporal rhythm impact in 3, 2, 1. Warning, wave seeker detected. Temporal rhythm
Dude, I gotta remember that was down there.
2, 1. Temporal rhythm inbound in 3, 2, 1. Warning, wave seeker detected. Temporal normality restored to planet Jacindu.
Now, after I grab this, I actually get the first instant of saving and loading. I'll be doing like one more load, I'm pretty sure, aside from this. Baiting coitus. God. No. I mean, I could imagine.
Sir, you should try one of the challenges I programmed into your subconscious.
The mnemonic station challenges. These are known for being long and difficult. But I can actually skip 2 of them. Bus War. Amazing. Bus War.
Updating rift prevention protocol.
I was trying to press triangle on a jump pad.
77% complete. 91%.
Sir, you should try one of the challenges I programmed into your subconscious.
I don't know if I'm entering that.
Sir, you should
Yeah,
try
no.
one of the challenges I programmed into your subconscious.
That was silly. Alright. Now I get to skip one of these. Now cross fingers that ledge clip is gonna be nice. Or not ledge clip, wall clip. It wasn't. What the heck? Come on. In my defense, these are like very finicky. There we go. We got one more of those ledge clips to do. Or, God. I keep saying ledge clips. They're wall clips. The last mnemonic station, however, you cannot do that in. So, I'll be doing that one legitimately. Sure. Let's go with that. Yeah. Here you go, you've earned this. Yeah. What is a wall but a vertical ledge? You write it. You write it. You mean my language, Blade Stream?
Hello, Father. Hello.
Daddy? Is that you? Oh, nice. That one was a lot nicer.
Well,
is this a hub? No. I'm just revisiting the areas because I wasn't able to collect all the gold bolts here before. The game wouldn't let me before. And yeah, I'm just like collecting loose ends right now pretty much. Nice. I made the cycle. Time for another elevator launch.
Temporal recording initiated. Temporal recording initiated.
I find that launch extremely easy for some reason, though.
Sir, you should try one of the challenges I programmed into your subconscious. Now we just need to test it.
Alright, so I actually do have to do this one legitimately. But I should have it memorized how to do this one.
Temporal recording initiated.
Should. Yes.
Temporal recording initiated. Temporal recording initiated. Temporal recording initiated.
Okay, now I just have to replay this one and I'm good.
Initiated.
Well done.
Malfunction detected.
Now I have one more gold bolt to get.
Running diagnostic. Temporal recording initiated.
Okay. I'm gonna concentrate on this one a little bit. This is probably what I would call the hardest trick in the game. And I got it first try. Holy crap. I'm not sure if I've ever actually gotten that first try. I'm gonna have to retime this segment, because there's no way this wouldn't have been a best segment.
Time anomalies detected on planet Bastoon. Temporal
No.
blockage detected in antimatter turbine 8. Repeat, blockage detected. Quantum restoration terminated.
I don't need to do this because I have this. I just like did that like instinctively. It still would be a best seg with that. Like my best seg that in my splits for this game, this is my weakest segment in the run. As far as like best segments are concerned. Alright, now all we got is final boss. My PB is a 304.21. But we also generally go by in-game time, which is like a 2:18.14, I want to say. So I'll also check the in-game time after I finish. Very hard boss. Alright, well, that was Ratchet and Clank Future, A Crack in Time, All Gold Bolts. So I'm gonna take a quick look to see what my in-game time was. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, I went 15 under overall. Cool.
Find me in the Corvus sector, and let us end what we began. Orsalon,
Yeah, the other one is my buddy Crash, who just spoke in the chat. Okay, my time was a 2:20:52. That's not bad. I want to make sure that I got all the bolts, though. I gotta make sure that I completed my goal. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, okay. Cool. Nice, Levi. Are you? Okay. Should... Next run is... With the World Ends With Us? Is that what it's called? Anyway. You guys should check that out. I'm sure it'll be pretty good. Oh, World Ends With You. That's what it is, right. Yeah, it should be. Anyway. It was fun. Thanks for having me on the marathon. It was a blast. But I will let you guys bring it over to him.